Hello everyone, I'm Fabian and welcome back to Fab Motorbikes. Once again, I'm out on the CL500 and I've already made a video on this bike, but that was a largely positive review. If you haven't seen that video, there's a link down in the description. And I do, to be honest, absolutely love this bike, but I do feel it is my responsibility to give you all sides of the bike, not just the positive things, not just the reasons why you should buy it. So in this video, here are 5 annoying things about this bike. But I'll be honest, I am nitpicking. It's not easy to find something I don't like about this bike. So let's get going. So number 1, storage capacity. This version I have here has a aftermarket or additional parts, I think it's supplied by Honda, single pannier side here, which is great. But that, I don't believe, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, that is standard. So the usual storage setup is under the seat. So that would be key in here, pop the seat off. There's basically there's almost nothing, which is, not a big deal. But just something to think about. There are bikes with quite a good bucket under there. But also to support that point of limited storage, you can see here there's a sticker on the back where, in fact, all your options are, I mean, you can do whatever you want in reality, but Honda recommend all your options is to have this side's pannier on the left-hand side of the bike here. Honda does not even recommend putting a bag over the top, which I think you can do anyway, but they don't recommend it. So this is your only option because of this large exhaust, which I do actually think looks awesome. Small points, it's not a Tourer, it's fine. Number 2, out on my quick test ride, I found that every time I went to cancel the indicator, I kept on hitting the horn. Now, I don't know if this is to do with this bike or the way Honda have recently, or relatively recently, reconfigured their controls, but every time I went to cancel the indicator, I just hit in the horn. So I had pedestrians look at me, left, right and centre, say, what's wrong? Let me show you. Here we go. Here's the indicator, normal, and then look at the size of that horn. Minor point, but I was hitting it every single time I went to cancel this. So, something I'm sure I'll get used to, but something also for you to think about. Number 3, now the engine guards are a little bit annoying. Usually, actually no, I'm still grateful for free engine guards. When they come standard on a bike, I am delighted because bikes have 2 wheels, they're almost designed to fall over at some point. So I do love a free engine guard. However, these ones here, covering the brake system here, and I guess that's the clutch in there, I just found with my right foot, they just felt in the way a little bit. Once again, something you get used to, I'm sure. But just a little bit annoying. I know, I'd get over it. And number 4, the steering lock on this bike is quite exposed. Now, I know steering locks shouldn't be really relied upon in terms of security. They're kind of just a minor inconvenience to thieves. It doesn't fill me with confidence that it's exposed. Let me show you. So on this bike, the ignition key goes on the side, which I actually think is pretty cool. It leaves the dash up here a lot less cluttered when you're driving along. So what they've also had to do as a result is put the steering lock key down here, which is fine. And it works as probably the same system, just as solid as any steering lock. It just feels a bit exposed to me. Doesn't mean it's any less secure. I'm just so used to it being in the stem, all covered up. It's more of a psychological thing more than anything. Here, it seems like you could whack that off with a hammer and then roll this bike away quite easily. Also, another thing I thought about, it does add a second step for you getting on your bike, pulling away. Usually you can unlock the steering lock and start the bike, ignition-wise, in one sort of swoop. This is a bit more of a fiddle. You could say that makes it even more of a fiddle for thieves. So just something to think about. A little bit annoying, yeah. Not really. Finally, number 5, I just think it's a shame you can't get spokes on this bike. Proper metal spokes rather than cast spokes like this. In my last video, I said that you could, and that's incorrect. This is a beautiful looking machine, and having that little touch of spoked wheels as an option just would have been nice. Also, would have made it a little bit more durable off-road. Not that it's built for this. Don't get that mistaken. It's not an off-road bike. It's a town bike, it's a commuter bike. So thank you very much for watching. If you've not seen my other videos on 10 reasons to actually get this bike, you should see that. Book a test ride. It's a wonderful commuter bike, great for new riders. Subscribe, and I'll see you next time.